Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. Jason and I actually got up early today. We came out into the backyard and we really focused on the backyard. Probably for like the past month or two, we've been really focused on the front garden and it's been great. We've been making so much progress on the front garden, but then I feel like the back garden has completely gotten neglected and it has definitely started to show. So we decided that we were going to dedicate some time to the backyard today. I've been working in the backyard the past couple days, just doing like little projects, and I think I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Basically, I've been putting off my May back garden tour simply because I didn't want to show it, right? I felt like it looked really bad, even though it doesn't look bad. Like, look, I got flowers back here. It's looking really pretty, but I just felt like I wasn't really paying much attention to it. But I have to get over that because I still think it's so important to document your garden on the good times and the bad times. I mean, I still remember like I think it was my January garden tour, not this past January, but the January before. My garden looked terrible. It was such a mess. We had rocks and soil everywhere. It was kind of in a time when we were doing like the bones of the garden and everything just looked like a disaster. But it's one of my favorite garden tours because it really shows what we had to go through to get the garden to where it is today. So my point is, even if you feel like your garden isn't looking top notch, take your camera out and video your garden or take pictures of your garden, because then you can see the before and after and where it's gone. I am being way too dramatic because this is not a before shot of the garden, but I just felt like we hadn't really paid much attention to it. But I feel like it's starting to look good. We've been out here for a couple hours already this morning, and I feel like it's starting to look a lot better. So I decided to grab my phone and film a May back garden tour for you all. So let's go. So when I get started in front of the office, let me close my office door because I was just kind of getting some fresh air in here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you all saw this video yesterday where I added these stock tanks and filled them up with these beautiful, beautiful flowers. I have to say, I love it. Shay, my daughter, is so cute because she is obsessed with it. She thinks it looks so good. This must be her style or something like that, but she absolutely loves it. So before this, I had just a whole bunch of pots, like a ton of pots, a big collection of pots, which I love that look too, but I was trying for something a little bit more simple this year, which is where just the two stock tanks come in, and I think they look really, really good. You all have heard me talk a million times about my asymmetrical door. This door is off center and it bugs me so much. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to invest in moving the door a couple inches. I'm not going to do that, but it just bugs me. So anyway, I have the Crown Princess Margareta rose right there that I'm hoping will grow up the side of the office to kind of balance everything out, having a little bit more weight on this one side. I also planted a purple hyacinth bean right back here, so I'm hoping that grows up too. I'm a little worried about the Crown Princess Margareta rose because the soil right here is really bad, so I might have to pull that and maybe put like a pot there. I'm not totally sure yet. I have to think about it. But that's my plan for the asymmetry. Now, when it comes to the stock tanks, this is one of my favorite combinations. I just love it so much. It's purple fountain grass in the back. It is plain the blue salvia over here. This is a Choco yellow, why can I not remember this, you guys? Choco yellow sunflower, that's what it is. These only get 12 inches tall, which is why I chose these, because I wanted to see how they would do in this container. This guy's going to get about 4 feet tall, this guy's going to get about 4 feet tall, and this will just be 12 inches tall, so it'll be a nice step down. And then of course we have the Supertunia Vista bubblegum that is going to fill in and fall over, spill over, and I think it's just going to look so pretty, and that one just matches it completely. So I'm really excited about this combination. I think it's really, really pretty, and it's funny how much joy a classic combination like this brings. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me really, really excited about about these flowers back here. So anyway, those are the stock tanks in front of the office. I think that that looks really good. Jason this morning, he refilled some of my Vigo garden beds. They look all nice and fresh. This was actually leftover soil that I had bought for these. I did the soil calculation on, I ordered these off of Home Depot and the soil off Home Depot, and I did the soil calculation and that was way over. But luckily we had some more soil to top off the Vigo beds because they were definitely dropping. So these guys are ready to get something planted up. I'm not totally sure. I have these Seascape strawberries right here that are just going crazy. And if you've never tasted Seascape strawberries, they are absolutely delicious. They taste so good. Everybody I've talked to loves Seascape strawberries. They're just absolutely the best. So I'm planning to just leave these here like pretty much forever. And hopefully I'll just have a full bed of strawberries eventually. But right now, these are all I could get my hands on. They're surprisingly hard to find. If you find them at the garden center, grab them. I took out all of my carrots. I've been feeding them to the bunnies and to the chickens, and we've been eating on them, but they're pretty much done. I do have this hydrangea back here that I just put in here temporarily. This is Quickfire Fab, and it's starting to get some blooms on it, so I'll be excited to see how that does. And then I do have my Victorian Lady Albudalon, or flowering maple right here, that I just think is just so beautiful. It's kind of not really in bloom right now. I have a couple blooms right there. It's looking really, really good. And I'm just liking, that was another plant that I had just put there temporarily, but I just love it right there. I just think it looks so good. And then finally, I have my Geranium Matarense right here that I am just counting the days. I'm checking it every day to see if I see a bloom stalk, because this year should be the year that I get a bloom stalk on it, and it will be incredible, absolutely beautiful. I did work back here. I think this was this month. I'm pretty sure this was this month. I don't know. It all runs together now at this point. I have planted some hostas. This one is a Gigantosaurus hosta. So this one is going to get the biggest. It's going to get 6.5 feet wide, which is absolutely crazy. And then I have some other ones that I transplanted from my secret garden, which is what I thought was my secret shade garden, but it's definitely not. It's just a secret garden. And they're really happy here, like really happy here. I have not seen my hostas bloom like in forever. So it's really nice to see that they're blooming right now, and I'll just have to keep watching them and see how they do in this spot right here. This is my my beautiful compost pile that we just keep adding to. We added more to this morning. It's definitely something that's on our list that we have to take care of, but not today. Okay, and then right over here, Jason is kind of setting this area up. I've decided that this area right here, where we get really beautiful dappled shade from my Chinese pistache tree right here, I've decided this area is going to be my sick bay. And I don't want to say sick bay because the plants aren't sick. They just need a little bit of TLC. Like for instance, this Korean maple right here. This Korean maple is absolutely beautiful. Don't look at it like it is right now. This is an origami maple from Isley, and we tried putting this in the front garden in full sun around concrete, and it was just too hot for it. It scorched. So we brought it back here, and we're going to let it recover. And then I have like a lemon tree back there, and I'm going to bring some of my boxwoods topiaries that got a little bit scorched, and this is going to kind of be my sick bay area, which I think is perfect. And it's an area that we can hook everything up to drip, and I think we all need an area like that. That was kind of this area over here where I would put things that were getting too much sun in the Vigo beds, but I kind of want to use my Vigo beds, so I think over here, maybe in just pots, even if I just put them in their cans, I think it'll be good. Jason's here. Say hi, Jason. He is hooking everything up to drip. He's hooking all of this stuff up to drip. Oh, you even deadheaded for me.
I did.
Thanks, Bed.
I was sitting here doing this, and it just needed it.
It needed it. Yeah, it definitely needed it. So the other thing this pond needs is it needs some water, but I decided not to fill it up this morning because then it would get all murky. But I wanted to show you guys, I have tadpoles. Do you see that? What? So here's the thing. I don't like toads. I don't like frogs. I don't like them. but for some reason, kind of like the idea that I have tadpoles here and we're going to have babies. I just think it's really, really fun. My daughters think I'm crazy for doing this, but this is actually my toad pond, because we have toads that are living all in here and you can hear them, and they go all over the garden. I find them in holes when I'm digging plants and everything like that. So I thought if I could consolidate them here, I thought that would be great. I had a lot of people who were saying, like, you messed up. Toads don't go in water. But toads do need water to make babies. And so they always congregate around little ponds like this. And that's why I had the pond. So I know that the toads don't live in water, but they make their babies in water. And so we have tadpoles and I'm really excited about it. I have put some BT dunks in here, just so you all know, just so that there's no mosquito larvae or anything like that. But those don't harm toads or dogs or anything like that. So nothing to worry about. Jason is hooking all the plants up to drip because we have not done that, and it definitely needs it. And then I need to add more rocks. This is a definite work in progress. A couple of you asked me to show this, and it's definitely a work in progress, but I'm really excited that I have tadpoles. I wanted to show you guys here in my bootstrap trays, or bootstrap cell pots, my Martha Washington geraniums from my friend Katie. Look at how beautiful those are. I think these are ready to be planted out. I think they are, these were all cuttings that I got from my friend Katie, and I think they are set and ready to go, and I am so excited to get these out into the garden. I was looking at the sun requirements for the Martha Washington geraniums, and it said for my area, it said it needs morning sun, afternoon shade, so I will find a spot for that, but I just think they're absolutely beautiful. And then these are just my regular zonal geraniums that I took cuttings of as well, and they're pretty much ready to go, so I am super excited to have all of these plants, because these are going to get pretty big, which is very exciting, but I just cannot get over how beautiful that is. So huge thanks to Katie for giving me those. Okay, so back here around the greenhouse, this is my moon garden, or the beginnings of my moon garden. I have to say the star of the show is this stratosphere white Gara back here. It is so beautiful. There's a little bee on it. This guy, oh my goodness. Some of these bloom stalks are like almost 5 feet tall. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I have really, really bad soil back here. I don't know what's going on. There's issues all over the place, and I'm having such issues finding things that will thrive. I'll show you in a second, something that's not thriving, but it's just so nice to see the stratosphere white Gara doing this well. And this is the best Gara in my entire garden, which is so funny because this is some of the worst soil in my entire garden. So I'm just really, really happy to see how well it looks, or how good it looks. So under here, I have Supertunia Vista Whiteout. Oh, just notice this. Jason, looks like we got budworms here. Bummer. These budworms are killing me this year. So Supertunia Vista Whiteout, Supertunia Vista Snowdrift. I will always get those two messed up. It's Super Beano Whiteout and Supertunia Vista Snowdrift. Really, really beautiful. Another star of the show. I mean, this stuff, you cannot go wrong with this. Like, it's just so beautiful. And then I do have the Diamond Frost Euphorbia back here. This side is doing a little bit better. It's kind of filling out a little bit, but I have yet to have this plant really perform well for me, which is so funny because you would think Euphorbia would do so well in my garden where it's really nice and hot. But I don't, like, I'll show you the pots in front of my metal workshop. I planted some of this in there and they're gone. They're just absolutely gone. So not really sure what's going on. Maybe it's my soil pH or something like that. I do have my little Ollie olive trees that I just pruned, and it has Dichondra Silver Falls underneath it. Really, really beautiful. They look all nice and neat. I'm really glad I pruned those the other day. And then I do have my Iceberg Rose Standards with my pink jasmine behind there, looking really good. Let me show you my center stage crepe myrtles, though. Those guys are not looking as good. So here's one of them. This is probably my worst looking one. This one, it's covered with powdery mildew, which is so funny because we really don't get powdery mildew that much. Again, I don't know if it's just the soil back here or this just isn't the right plant for me. I'm just so frustrated though. I cannot believe it. Because usually crepe myrtle does really, really well for us. So I'm kind of surprised that it's struggling so bad. So I definitely have to treat that. I have 5 of them planted around the greenhouse. This one's suffering. This one looks a little bit better. This one actually has kind of beginnings of blooms on it, but you can see it still has powdery mildew all over it. So frustrating. Powdery mildew on that one, and then this one is actually looking really good right here. So I don't know what's going on. Again, it's my soil back here. I just cannot get a good handle on what's going on. I know something's going on, but I'm not totally sure what it is. So then we have my raised beds. I don't really like calling these raised beds because they're not technically raised beds. They're no-till beds. The goal is to get the plant's roots down into the native soil, and we just put compost on top. I just pulled out all of my sweet peas right here, and so I have to plant some new things in there, which I'm not totally sure yet. I think I'm going to plant dahlias, but I'm not totally sure. I do have my Cascade hops, though, growing up the posts, and these are starting to look really good. I'm really excited about those growing up and reaching the top of the post. I just think that that'll be beautiful and so lush and give this working garden back here a little bit more green, like green height, you know what I mean? Which I think will be really pretty. So nothing in these beds back here. These are my sunflowers. I have all different varieties of sunflowers like buttercream and strawberry blonde. And this one is the Delta. Is that what you call it? Yeah, Delta sunflower, which is a native sunflower to California, which this one is supposed to get crazy tall. So I'm really excited to see how this one will do. So this will be my sunflower bed. I did plant another Delta sunflower over here, so that one's going to get really big, but then I have some Rudbeckia and stuff over here. Oh, I wanted to show you all. My garlic's ready. I just pulled this one out today, so I got to come through and pull these out. Look at that giant clove of garlic. I'm so excited. So I got to come through and I have to address these. I planted these last fall, so they're ready to go and looking really good. These are my seed dahlias that I transplanted. Those are looking great. These are my friend Kate's dahlias. I have a lot of dahlias. And then I have these beautiful calla lilies right here. These are Sherry's black calla lilies. They're award-winning calla lilies. I put them in here because I didn't know where I wanted to put them in my garden. But man, look at how beautiful. Sherry, these are beautiful calla lilies. Really gorgeous. They're not going to stay here, but I don't know where I want to put them yet, just because, I don't know. They're like kind of important dahlias. They're important calla lilies, right? They're really pretty. So I got to find a good place for them. And then the front 2 beds right here, these are just filled with zinnias, which are starting to bloom and starting to look really good. There's no rhyme or reason as to what colors they are, but they are all Benary giant zinnias, which are absolutely my favorite. The first ones are always usually the smallest, but then they start getting bigger and bigger. And the more you cut them, the more blooms there are, which is just really exciting. Oh, I guess I should show you guys this bed. This is my sweet pea bed that also has dahlias mixed in, that also has scabiosa mixed in. Look at how beautiful this scabiosa is. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm going to make a bloom or a bouquet today. Really beautiful. So really gorgeous. But Madame Butterfly snapdragons. I was talking the other day about how late these bloomed. I'm so surprised that they're blooming in May, like late May. That's just kind of crazy for me because I always think of snapdragons as blooming like early, like March, early April, and they just took their sweet time this year. They're really beautiful, but I'm gonna harvest them like fast because I feel like the heat is gonna get them. We have a day on our 10-day that's 107. 107. I think it's next Friday. So these guys will absolutely fry in that temperature. So I want to harvest all of these and really enjoy them while I can. Over here is my silver dollar eucalyptus that I got as a gift from my friend Raphael from Park Winters. It's suffering. It's still alive, right? And if I scratch it, it's still green underneath. And so I think that it just went into shock and all of these leaves died turn brown, and they haven't dropped off yet or anything like that. So I'm just babying it. It's getting lots of nice water, and I'm just going to kind of baby it this year and hope that it can root in and recover by next year, because it is a beautiful, beautiful tree, and I really want it to get established right here. But it's been hard to see. I keep looking at it like, come on, show some signs of life, but nothing yet. So I'm just kind of taking my time with it. It's so funny because he was like, if it doesn't make it, I have plenty more to give you. He planted all of these from seed, if you can believe it. And so he has a ton of them on his property, and now he's like thinning them out because they're all going to get too big. So I have plenty more to choose from, but I just want this one to thrive. Behind that, I have my whole bank of Summerfick Hibiscus ballet slippers. I am so excited about this, you guys. Man, it's going to be so, so beautiful. So I planted these last spring, I think is what it is. So this year they should get pretty full, which I'm really excited. And I just want them to be filled with those beautiful giant Summerfick blooms. These probably won't bloom until probably June is what I'll say. And so I guess June is coming up pretty soon. Gosh, this year is absolutely flying by. But I'm really excited for these because I'm happy that they're here. I just had this whole fence where there was just kind of nothing on it. So it's just kind of the perfect spot for these right here. So I will keep you all updated on how these are doing. Now I'll show you my secret garden, which just everybody squint your eyes and it'll look better if you squint your eyes. So these guys, somebody forgot to put drip irrigation on these, which is not good. So I was hoping that they would bounce back, but this one is definitely not going to bounce back. This one did fine. This one was okay. It was without drip irrigation for a while. And then this one over here, it's like maybe kind of bouncing back a little bit, like just a little, but I'm just going to replace it. So that's kind of on my to-do list of things to do. Oh, look at my fence. Look at my fence. Ugh. And then this one looks really good over here. So I just have to replace 2 of them, which is fine. I do have my Clematis armandii that's looking so good on this side. I need to prune up my black walnut tree right here. It is absolutely taking over, and I don't want the clematis to grow up the black walnut tree. That won't be fun. But so that is definitely something I need to work on. And then I wanted to show you guys this pink crystal grass right here. Isn't this just so beautiful? Show you the sun coming through. I know that's not back garden, but I just love that grass. It's really pretty. I have a Surefire White Begonia, which is a surefire bet. It is such a beautiful, beautiful plant. And then Jack Frost Brennera right here that's actually looking really good. This plant, usually when we start getting really hot, it kind of melts away and you know, like protects itself basically. Like I always talk about, some plants have an adaptation to heat. Some plants can handle the heat, like with fleshy leaves and stems and stuff like that. Some plants will automatically just wilt in the heat, and some plants will just kind of melt away and just protect its root system and then come back next season. And so that's what the Brennera does for me. I used to think that it would just die every year, but it definitely doesn't die. It just goes away and then comes back in the spring. So I can enjoy it in the spring. I can enjoy the beautiful blue blooms, but I'm not going to depend on this to be here all season long. You'll see. The heuchera is here all the time. Absolutely beautiful. I have my false hydrangea vine that's really, really starting to show. We're in I guess we're still in the sleep year for this guy, but we're coming up on the creep year. So I'm hoping that it'll grow all the way up here. I have this big blank wall right here, and I really wanted to plant ivy up this wall, but I held back. I'm not going to do it. Don't plant ivy. I have my fountain right here that's not working right now. I burned out my motor, and I bought a new motor. A lot of you gave left comments saying that there was a certain type of motor that will actually turn off when there's no more water, which I need to get my hands on one of those. So I have to look into that. And then my Niagara Falls panicum right here, they're starting to grow, which is really nice. These are going to be slower. They're slower than my other ones. In my front garden, they're in full sun because these do get some shade. This is a really hard transition garden for me, sun transition garden for me, because sometimes it's full shade, and then in the summer, it's like hot blazing sun. And so you just have to plant plants that can handle that. Can you not walk through my plants? Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Can you not? Can you behave at least on camera, please? Okay, and then coming back over here, I have my October Glory maple that has leafed out. I love this tree. I love this tree so much, you guys. I cannot wait for it to grow and to start giving this area a little bit more shade. We have so much sun in our property. Like, I am not worried about, I want more shade trees, basically. And so a lot of people were like, aren't you worried about this shading too much of your garden back here? No, I have plenty of full sun areas in my garden, and what I really need is I really need some shade. So I'll be really, really excited to have a little bit more shade kind of back here. Same with the silver dollar eucalyptus. I think that that'll give us some shade too. So I just have to be patient, and I just have to wait. And hopefully one day it's going to come, and I'm going to have some beautiful shade back here underneath this maple tree. And I just love sitting underneath maple trees. You know what I mean? You sit under a maple tree on a summer day. It's just wonderful. It's beautiful. I have my hanging baskets back here. They were affected by budworms, and I'm really frustrated, but I did spray them, and I feel like they already look a little bit better. They're already looking like they have more life to them because they're not getting chewed constantly by budworms. So budworms, if you have it, it's definitely an issue, and you have to stay on top of it. I was waiting this year to start spraying BT until I saw signs of it, which was not smart. I should have started spraying back in April, I would say maybe even late March, just to kind of stay on top of it and not get to the point where I'm seeing effects of it, and then trying to fix everything. So don't be lazy. Learn from my mistakes. Coming over here to the metal workshop, I have these 3 containers right here. These are the ones that I had the Diamond Frost Euphorbia in, and they're just gone. They're just completely gone. There's a little bit right there. But yeah, just not enough. I did find aphids on these Tiara Blue. You can kind of see some issues there. So I need to spray these maybe with some Captain Jacks or something like that. So don't look too close at those either. Over here, I feel like I never show you guys this garden bed. This is kind of the garden bed where I will kind of just throw some random stuff. I did a big planting last fall. I have another one of my Korean maples that I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet, but it's actually been really happy. It's in a pot right now, the box. So it's actually been really happy right there. So I'm thinking about leaving it there. I have some kindly privets back here. I have some, I think this is Walker's Low Nepeta. This is one of those, what is the name of it? That one. We all know that one. So really pretty, really interesting. I've never actually grown it before, but I've got it at Annie's Annuals before they closed. And so I planted it here. So I'll be watching that to see how that one does. And I'm kind of excited to see it grow. This is my strawberry tree. It's just, man, this is just a beautiful, beautiful tree. If you guys are looking for a really gorgeous evergreen tree for your garden, I would totally recommend a strawberry tree. It's beautiful. Daisy May Shasta daisies underneath, just looking absolutely amazing. This is such a fabulous, fabulous plant. I love this plant. I love Shasta daisies in general, but this one, look at all the buds. Look at how many buds are on this one. I just love it. Really, really pretty. And then finally, I wanted to show you guys this tree. This is my Merlot Red Bud. This tree is absolutely beautiful. I need to limb this guy up right here. But both Jason and I keep looking at this tree and we're like, this is stunning. This is such a beautiful, beautiful tree. First of all, I love red buds. We love red buds, but I just cannot get over how gorgeous this tree is. It is really, really beautiful. Merlot is the perfect name for it because it has some of these dark wine color leaves, and then it has some green ones too, a little bit more green, but a lot of really dark ones. And the new foliage that came out in the spring was just absolutely beautiful. And I kind of wish I didn't put it back here because I never really show this area because this isn't really I don't know, it's back by all our stuff, you know what I mean? And so it's not really an area that I show a lot, but this is just such a beautiful tree. I feel like I need to get another one and put it in a more prominent location. It's just really, really gorgeous. So I think that's about it for my May back garden tour for this month. It doesn't look that bad. I had it in the back of my mind that it was looking really bad back here, but honestly, it's not looking that bad. And it feels good to get back here and to work a little bit with Jason. Like when we work together, we get so much stuff done, which is really great. And I have to say, I'm super excited about my tadpoles. I don't know why. I don't like frogs. You know what? I don't mind frogs as long as they kind of keep their distance and they don't jump at me. So as long as they keep their distance, they're cute and I like listening to them. So I'm excited to have all those tadpoles. I don't know. I can't explain it. I hope you all enjoyed this and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.